Okay, so with so many things that I would like to talk about, and I haven't been doing it because some things I just rather not do alone. I eventually might get somebody to help me make some of these videos with audios that I want to do. But I think I'll be going alone at it today. But um, this right here would be on Middle Kingdom Wrestling's training advertisement video. As they advertise accurately in the video, or it's just the description, they are the only wrestling training school in China. They are. And that's very important. China has way too many people to not have that many wrestling organizations. I think they got like 3. MKW is probably their top. And even that is low scale when you look at it. But they're trying to come up. And that's good. And while Middle Kingdom Wrestling do have wrestlers, they've got talent that I honestly think should get them further on the map than they are. The training video, it sort of splits me in half. And the reason it does is because although we know pro wrestling is a work, we know pro wrestling is not a legitimate sport in terms of win-loss ratios. Pro wrestling in of itself is dangerous. It is exceedingly competitive. It is far more real than what we have been falsely led to believe. But when you watch this advertisement video, what they talk about, their athletes, their talent, their top ranked wrestlers, they're talking about it. It's an art form. I'm like, what the fuck? It's an art form. It's an expression. It's not. The problem I have is that calling it an art form, calling it an act, saying that you can, and they didn't say this, but saying that you can have fun doing it, it not only delegitimizes it even further, but it also allows people to disrespect it easily. So if you delegitimize and then disrespect it, then what is the damn point of it? That's the question. What is the point? No one's going to watch it because it's bullshit. And then when you say they just want to have fun, that's why they do this stupid, goofy shit, then they're going to be like, okay, I can't wait to see some people go hurt themselves. So then you say it's fake, but yet you watch people go hurt themselves. Just think about that shit. So this advertisement, all it does is further expose the business, which has already been exposed up and down, but damn, don't keep reminding the people. If you, at your profession of whatever it is, and you are making money at it, and you are doing good at it, and then someone comes in doing their own videos explaining to your audience why your video is not worth it, why your video sucks, what happens? You will lose subscribers, you will lose viewers, you will lose followers, you will lose those upvotes, you will lose those downvotes, you will lose votes. You know what happens when all of your shit goes away? You don't make money. And when you don't make money in a capitalist world, do you know what happens? You don't eat. If you can't pay your bills, you can't have water. You can't have a home. You can't have a car. That means you have no place of residence. That means you can't have a job because a job needs you to have a place of residence. That's why calling shit phony, fake, a story, we have the best storylines, saying stuff like that only further hurts a ailing and injured industry. That's why doing this shit is so stupid. And I actually like Middle Kingdom Wrestling. I like that and a lot of other wrestling shows. I don't get to watch them the way I literally want to watch them. But I know they're there, and I'm going to start advertising them on my wrestling shows because I want them to gain more exposure. But I don't want to gain exposure for a place that says, we ain't shit. So that conflicts me. All right? Now, Cedra got her hand up. She wants to say something. But God damn it, people. God damn it.
So you preface this by saying that Middle Kingdom Wrestling is new and they're still low scale, but one of the biggest promotions in China. They're only training school in China. So they are developing in the wrestling climate as it is. So they're not going to advertise. They have no idea. I really believe that they have no idea about wrestling as it used to be. All they've got is what it is now. So
is that an excuse?
I didn't say it was an excuse.
Okay.
I'm telling you from their point of view. I didn't say anything about this. I didn't say give them a pass. I didn't say none of that shit.
All right.
But that's all they've got. They've got the post WWE, WCW, ECW. They got the post era. That's just what they got. So they're trying to come up with things as they are now. And with things as they are now, that's what people are saying. The whole idea of protecting the business is not an idea anymore. So that's why that's why they did that. That's why dude was able to say what he said about, being the best form of storytelling. And they're thinking, oh yeah, that's great. That's gonna get them coming in. And it very well may. It'll just be a different type of wrestler.
That it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something that I'm also going with my original thoughts. I'm really giving my original thoughts here. So, when you talk about it being an art form, when you talk about telling stories, that does give the sense of theater. Okay? Whether it is ER or RE, it gives the sense of theater or theatre. So, here's the thing. Could pro wrestling make an absolute great comeback? Yes, but only, and I mean only when people have respect for the business and while viewing it as an art form, something to tell an in-ring story, not the story of my car hit your car, I'm mad, I will end your career. So my thing is to end your wrestling career and take food away from your family and stuff. So that's a stupid storyline to have, ending careers, running someone out of town. Those are stupid now. There's no territories for them to go to and chill for 3 months to a year and then come back and all that. No. They killed the territories. Now the territories could make a comeback. But going on this theater stuff, when you think about it, what has always grossed high? The opera. Operas and anything on Broadway. They gross high levels of money. And they always have a packed crowd. So, with that said, here's the thing. If you want to advertise it as an art and whatnot, don't do it ad nauseum. Don't do it so that it's always in everyone's face. This is an art. This is an art. This is an art. No. You can call your wrestlers performers, but not actors. You can call them talent. You can call them contractors. You can call them talent, contractors, and performers. Don't call them actors. Excuse you, see? Normally I'm the one belching out the water. But that's, you can easily get into these theaters people tend to have these low scale audiences when they have their wrestling promotions, mainly because they offer shit. All right, it's bad enough everyone's like, you know what, your wrestling is fake, is phony, and you're doing this stupid shit. How do we get asses in seats? We hot shot it. So what's hot shotted? You have to put on some really over the top bullshit to get people in the seat. You've got a shit-tacular movie. You know you got a terrible script. You get yourself an A-list actor in hopes to get some asses in the seat. That's what you do.
There's a dynamic that is going on, not just in wrestling, but you see it. It shows up a lot in wrestling, but there's a dynamic where it's so bad that people enjoy it.
Like Birdemic?
Like Birdemic, like the first Sharknado.
Whoo, y'all.
And that is what they go on with these mud shows. They're so bad. Yeah, they bring in the lowest common denominator to come and see them.
The mud show brings in the mud-minded.
But it's so bad that they enjoy it. And it's hard to not do that when you're dealing on larger scales because they're so desperate to get asses in seats. And it can't be like it was with the territories because you can't have that cloistered, mysterious community anymore. And things, there are no territories, and everything is recorded. Nothing can be quietly kept anymore.
Nope. And it could if they tried. Okay? There are many ways to do your wrestling show, have people with their phones and record everything and learn nothing. One, you don't have your wrestlers go out the same area, all right? Heels go out their area, faces go out their area. All right, that'd be number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, don't sit there and say your shit is live when it's pre-recorded 3 or 4 days in advance. Because then people come up with signs saying, it's really Tuesday. Mm-hmm. All right?
And see, this means that you're going to have people wrestling for you who know how to keep their mouths shut.
And you don't have them go on Twitter and talk about it was a fun match.
You know, Jericho is from back in the day when you kept your mouth shut.
But he
ain't keep his mouth shut no more.
No, he's not. He'll go out and talk about his match with Kenny Omega or Naito or whatnot. After a grueling match, they come here and say, oh, it was fun. Mm-hmm. I thought this. And Omega was doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Keep exposing the business, and people keep disrespecting the business. It is a fucking loop. Okay? It is a loop. I don't care about what I do, but it's for fun, you know. I go out and have fun. And then everyone's like, yeah, man, roll on the tax. We aren't going to see this unless somebody's bleeding. Hit them with the light tube. Do some stupid shit. You know, somebody throw a hand grenade and everyone react like it's real. Stupid shit. All right? Pro wrestling used to be up there and far more popular than fucking boxing. I'm just saying, pugilists made less than wrestlers.
And here's the thing. Remember we were watching that, not watching, you were watching, I was listening to the Secular Talk with Kyle. He was talking about Trump sucks generally, but he knows how to read a room.
Yes.
Wrestlers nowadays don't.
Wrestlers couldn't read a room if it had script written on it.
They don't know how to read a room, so they'll do the same shtick everywhere, no matter where they are. And they don't know that it's because it's wonderful somewhere in the U.S. It might fall flat in Japan.
And you have to learn. If I was a pro wrestler in the U.S. and say, yeah, you're going to go to Japan, I'm like, well, okay, how are things in Japan? Whoa! Great, amazing question, people. How is it in Japan? Someone can say, oh, the crowd is quiet. They're really watching. It's not that they're bored. They are watching you in the ring. That means they will take notice of bullshit. So they are watching you. You have to perform. You have to do work ethic style. You know, you don't have to go full blown world of sports, but you at least got to be in the sports area.
How are they in Mexico? We're not sure. They're so all the way live. We're not sure if they're paying attention to the match or just happy to be there.
There you go. So, read a room, do a little research, Respect your industry. Respect your business. Stop calling them actors. Stop saying we have fun. Because you got there and say we have fun, yet you're supposed to have a heated rivalry with somebody. You go out and have a heated rivalry with somebody, and then you get on Twitter and say, man, that was a cool match. No, you should be pissed off whether you won or lost. I hate if you are betrayed by a friend in the ring, then you have a clash together and y'all wrestle and beat the hell out of each other, and then get on Twitter and then tell your friend thumbs up on the great match. What the fuck? That is stupid. That is stupid. On Twitter, you fuckers are enemies. You get up there and say, hey, bitch, decent match. Too bad you lost. Something. You know, I trained with you for so long, and you give me a shit show in the match. Fuck you. Something. Something. Instead of this bullshit that keeps, being regurgitated out of every asshole's mouth. I wish people would just take this shit. When people say take it serious, it means respect what you do. If you respect what you do, then the audience will respect what you do. That's how things work. You go to an area that's crime-ridden, and there's graffiti on the walls, there's paintings here and there, trash strewn about. No one gives a fuck, so you can't get mad if someone's riding down the street and they throw a box of food out the window because they just were unhappy at the moment. You can't get mad. But then if you go to a town where the grass is cut, the hedges are trimmed, the walls and stuff are clean, and someone throws a cigarette out the window of a car, then people say, what the fuck was that? They have a reason to be upset because their area of decency is being indignified. It's fucked up. That's the point. Respect what you do. Respect what they do. Yes, we know it's a work, but you don't have to keep talking like you're not into it.
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. You don't have to keep throwing the cat out the bag. Cat's out. Just
man,
chill.
it was a great promo, man. It was nice, but I'm gonna do all this in kayfabe. You do your companies, you do your little e-feds. Yeah, man, this is kayfabe. This is in kayfabe. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the kayfabe means. You got a slight utterance hindrance of what fucking kayfabe is. You have just the minute detail of what it means. Kayfabe legitimately was, do we eat tonight? That's kayfabe. Do we eat tonight? Can we support our families? Can we help this business grow? That is kayfabe. Kayfabe is not your goddamn toy. God damn it, people. If you knew what shit was and you had to live through it, you'd shut the fuck up. You really would. I've been told I've been extreme. I'm not extreme. I just know some people want to eat. Like Mike Tyson said, I took the fight and I talked the trash because by me taking that fight, I'm helping him feed his family, and we all got to take care of each other. It's that fucking simple, people. And if someone said that boxing was rigged and faked and they lost all the money and no one can make those hundreds of thousands to millions or near billions of dollars in professional fighting, then that means they'd have no food. They got to find some other kind of work because then their area is dried up. The same thing for mixed martial arts. If it was exposed to what it truly is, you probably wouldn't even watch it anymore. I know what it is. I know how it's going on. And I'm not going to expose it because these people got to have fucking food on the table. They got to pay their bills so they can live where they live. You know? These are places where people can go and work instead of having to go out and work in a place that they hate to work, like, a fast food restaurant, a steel mill, or go overseas where some people we know had to go overseas just so they could have a job. Stop ruining people's lives with your bullshit. Because you sure as fuck wouldn't want somebody doing it to you. Have some fucking empathy. And have some decency. You got anything else? Mm-mm. This is Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary, CR Fire Pro, Road, and all that other stuff. Thank you for listening.